Syria now, where activists say Syrian troops are slowly tightening the noose on the city of Homs.
For more, Foreign Editor Peter Cave joins us via webcam from the ABC's Middle East Bureau. Peter, good morning. What we've seen overnight certainly puts paid to President Assad's assurances to Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov that the violence will be wound back in Syria.
It certainly does. Local residents say that this fifth day of bombardment and shelling of the city, three suburbs surrounding the centre of the city, is the worst it's been in those 5 days. They have stepped it up. As you say, they are tightening the noose. And absolutely horrific pictures coming out on the internet, pictures of small children with head wounds being treated in makeshift hospitals, very little in the way of medical supplies. Definitely the worst of the last 5 days.
And it seems President Assad's forces are determined to overrun this town, which of course has been the key source of rebel resistance.
They appear to be moving in. They're cutting off supplies of water. They're cutting off electricity. They're cutting off even supplies of food. We heard a story today that they'd actually been targeting baker shops, places where the very last of the food supplies were coming from.
And all of this while the West continues to stand by and relies purely on diplomatic efforts to try to solve this violence that appears to be not working.
Well, the Russians have put up nothing substantial apart from gaining hollow promises from President Assad. The Turkish Foreign Minister Davutoglu was speaking in the UN today. He's talking about trying to organise some sort of a gathering, a regional gathering, he calls it, since the UN appears powerless, since the Russians have appeared to have produced nothing. He's now talking about Turkey taking the front running. The Turkish Prime Minister, the Turkish President have both added to that with statements today. So it looks like Turkey, the very large neighbour sitting on one of Syria's borders, wants to take the front running.
And President Assad still has some, albeit dubious, friends out there. I notice Hezbollah's leader in Beirut has been rallying to his aid.
Yes, he's had a big pat on the back from the Hezbollah leader. He's had a group of left-leaning South American nations who've supported him, and clearly he's got the support of the Chinese and Russians. Not too many others, though. The Gulf states began withdrawing their ambassadors from Damascus, matching actions by Britain, by the United States and a number of other European nations over the last 2 days.
Peter Cave from our Middle East Bureau, thank you very much for the update.
Thank you.